Hi again, Suzanne here over at Davis Farm. This is our last installment of this sort of day on the farm, opportunities on the farm video series. So as I was speaking to earlier, the way that the owners designed this was so thoughtful. I'm standing underneath the covered connection from the indoor to the main Kent barn that has the 12 stalls, and then there's the 8 stalls here in the aisle barn. So again, you can come, tack your horse up and go into the indoor and never have to be out in the elements, which is just amazing. So I've been very lucky to be here for some events that the farms put on. So oftentimes they'll bring in outside trainers and do clinics, and then afterwards there's been a couple of really cool art shows. And again, this whole area functions really well. So they had art all around. They had these really cool cafe lights that you see. And one night it was a little bit rainy, but it didn't matter because everything's covered. People are going back and forth between the different spaces. So one thing I always talk to people about here, and I'm passionate about it myself, is what else could you use a property like this for? So maybe, you don't have as many horses, that you have 10 horses, and it's kind of the backdrop for a lot of other uses. So we've had people looking at it to maybe do, maybe host some events. Maybe it's a bed and breakfast. Again, check with the town. But what other ways could the public sort of be involved and have a chance to come onto this beautiful property? So we've been talking to some folks that thought about even doing like a pavilion, and you could rent it out for corporate events. You could have, again, with special permits, you could have some farm-to-table dinners. There's a lot of community that kind of comes out of a farm. So I know many people are hoping that it is preserved and it stays a farm, but we've certainly had a lot of developers looking at this too. There's been some great ideas about, again, preserving sort of the fronts and the historic Kent barn and the farmhouse, but perhaps you kind of infill, with some other really pretty farmhouses, and you keep the small barn as a community barn, community gardens, things like that. So it's just really exciting because there are endless possibilities here. Again, it's about 7 acres, super convenient to Route 2 and 128, town water, town sewer, natural gas. I know I said those things, but it's a very rare situation. So again, just the way it's laid out, it's maintained, there's just a special magic over here. So let me know if you want to see it. Again, it's about 7 acres, and there's a lot of potential too to rent out, the farmhouse and the caretaker's cottage, etc. So a lot of creative uses over here. So thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.